Hey everyone, I'm Mike Black and welcome back to another how-to video for the $1 Million Comeback Vlog, where I break down things that I'm doing in the vlog more in depth. In this week's video, we're gonna be talking about how to find a credit or money partner for a rent hack. Now, if you've been following along, you get to see I've been working on a rent hack where I find a 4-bedroom house that rents for say $2,000 and re-rent 3 of the rooms for $2,000 or more, and I get the 4th bedroom for free. Now, if you want to see our last how-to video explaining how to do rent hacking, make sure to click this video above, and I break it down step by step. Trying a rent hack for yourself might sound amazing, but you might also be thinking, well, I don't have the money to do this, or my credit score sucks, or whatever other reason that you've come up with. During this project, I started with an assumably bad credit score and no money. So here's what I did to find both credit and money partners. The first thing you're going to want to do is head over to Facebook and start looking up both real estate investor and startup Facebook groups. Surprise, probably didn't see that one coming, but we're using another Facebook group. If you haven't started using Facebook groups, you probably should. All right, so look up different groups in your area. In my area, I posted in the Austin Startups group and found a local real estate investor group. So let me show you the posts that I made in both these groups. Okay, so here is the Austin Startups group. You can see I posted actually on July 15th, which was just 5 days into this project. And I said, I'm currently putting together a startup mansion for e-commerce company owners. I'm curious if anyone here has done anything or something similar and what the interest level has been. Any thoughts? And the reason I approach it this way was I knew I was gonna get a decent amount of comments. You can see 21 people commented. Also, please notice that there were a couple people, 2 people specifically, that laughed at the post. You cannot get discouraged by anyone that's gonna say anything negative, because it will happen. I promise it'll happen. Don't let that discourage you. But after I posted this, I got a bunch of people reach out to me. One of those people is someone that I'm working with on this rent hack right now. Let me show you the actual message this person sent me when he reached out. He says, hey Scott, which beginning of this project, my name was Scott. I ended up changing it to Mike Scott instead of Scott Black. I'm not gonna go into that, but he said, hey Scott, great idea for the e-com house. How can I help? I'd like to be a part-time member at least. That's how this conversation started. Then we got on a phone call and the rest is history. Okay, so next here is the investor Facebook group that I had posted in. All right, so you can see this post that I posted in this investor group. I put and said, hey, I'm looking for a hard money lender. And I explained I was doing this for the RVs that I was thinking about flipping at the time, but it doesn't matter. You just post here and say that you're looking for a hard money lender. Again, you can see someone laughed at the post. Don't worry about that. Total losers, live in their parents' basement. But a bunch of people commented. 17 people commented. I think 4 or 5 or 6 people actually DM'd me. 2 or 3 of those people I ended up building a relationship with. But now that I have that relationship, I can also reach out to them to invest in this rent hack deal. Okay, so we posted in those groups, we have people reaching out. The next step is getting on calls with people and pitching them to work with you. It's great if you can do this as soon as possible. Don't do this once you have a deal lined up. Try to do this months before if you can and start building relationships now. Don't be nervous getting onto these calls. Most people are typically really nice, but it's important that you think like an investor. Think, what type of person would you want to give money to? What type of information would you want to know if someone asked you to invest in them? Here are some things that you're going to get asked about, and here is how I answered some of these questions. Why are you interested in doing this? My answer is, well, it would be amazing to create communities of people that share the same passion and create relationships that will last a lifetime. By adding additional value of bringing interesting people together, we'll be able to charge a premium. Another question you're going to get asked is, do you have a house lined up? My answer is, I don't have a house lined up yet, but I'm currently lining up tenants so that when we sign the lease, we already have most, if not everyone, already signed. Now, it's important to be confident on the call and be collaborative. If you don't know the answer to something, don't be scared to confidently say, you don't know, or wow, that's a great suggestion. When it comes to working on a deal, make sure you work out something fair for both you and the investor. Based on how much money or risk they have to put up, you might give them 10 to 15% of profit for putting up money and another 10 to 15% for taking risk of signing a lease as a credit partner. Now, based on how the call goes, make sure to have a call to action to work together. And if you really want to up your game, create a bit of scarcity if you can by saying something like this. This was a really great call. I have a couple more people I'm talking to about this deal, so let me get back to you in the next couple days with next steps. This is not required, and you might want to actually have other calls lined up before you say something like that, but this is a basic sales tactic to increase the likelihood of someone wanting to do a deal with you by showing perceived demand. Lastly, if you're looking for a credit partner, just be straightforward with them. let them know that you don't have the best credit score and you're looking for someone to come in as a credit partner. That's what I did with the person that I partnered with. I was straight up. I was like, hey, I have a really bad credit score. We had built enough of a relationship and he was excited about still doing a deal. Once someone agrees to be a partner, you're going to want some form of legal contract between you to describe the partnership. But it should be a pretty basic agreement, and it'd be smart to consult a lawyer prior to doing this. That's it for this week's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we release a new video. Now go close some deals, and I'll see you in next week's video.